Miracles of Forgiveness, I had to ask this award-winning artist and speaker to join us today. She is Esther Anne Wilhelm, and I want to welcome her into the hour. Good morning, Esther.
Good morning, Sonia. Thank you so much for having me here again.
It's such a pleasure. I've been following you now for over a year. I think it was about a year ago when you had was that your first art opening?
Yes, it was.
And now you have a whole list of places that you have had your art displayed, and including coming up in New York.
Yes. Everything has happened very quickly for me, and I'm very blessed and fortunate to have had these opportunities that I've had, and opportunity to meet a lot of women and men who has been abused and had situations I feel even worse than mine. I was born here in Honolulu, Hawaii, and I remember things being very difficult for me at a very young age. I think forgiveness is a really important topic, because when I was reflecting this morning on the topic, I think one of the things that stood out for me was that I've never been one to go around and say, oh, I've forgiven. Rather, I kind of leave that to the people who know me the most, whether it be my husband or my close friends, members in my church, or even my therapist. When they point out that you're an example of forgiveness, I feel like that's an encouragement to me. For me, it's just something that I work on, and I have many amazing outlets. Art is one of them, prayer is another, being able to serve other people or share my story.
When someone has experienced a lot of hurt and certainly abuse, it's kind of easy to start to get mistrustful towards everyone. And Esther's a good example of she's built relationships in marriage and therapy and her spiritual life that help her have some safe, secure attachments as a way of growing.
Esther's story is so beautiful, and the work she's doing on herself and with herself is just so, it's exactly in line, as Dr. Sanders said, with how you help yourself overcome. She's breaking the cycle. It's so hard, especially with the trauma she's experienced.
She's doing so much more besides putting her artwork out there for others to see and to learn from. Esther, you and she's got now a whole list of accomplishments from Academy of Arts, Hawaii Public Radio, lots of media coverage. She's been speaking to other girls at Girl Fest, and you've been doing some things with other women who have been going through this and helping them to get to a different place. Look up Esther Anne Wilhelm, and I want to thank you, Esther, for the work that you're doing on yourself. It's inspiring to those of us who didn't have to go through such a difficult life. So I want to thank you and encourage you to continue on your progress in forgiveness. You remind me of I just recently went to a lotus farm for a television shoot, and you remind me of the lotus. The lotus comes out of mucky, yucky